Welcome back to the stovetop. I am not much of a tea drinker. As a matter of fact, in general, I don't care for it. But that doesn't mean I never have it or I've never enjoyed it. As a matter of fact, I've shot a few tea reviews on this channel before. And today I was trying to shoot a review where I was going to try out Arbuckles Prickly Pear Tea for the first time. However, I'm on take 3. In the first take, I don't think I made it correctly. So I made some changes and did the second take. And during that take, the SD card ran out of memory. Yeah. So here I am on take 3, but I do think I have a more refined idea about what to say in this video. So initially, the Arbuckles Prickly Pear Tea was something that I bought as an add-on. I placed an order for some coffee, and I threw a pound of this tea on the order. What attracted it to me was that it's prickly pear flavored tea. I like prickly pears. It's perhaps my favorite fruit. I've done some videos where I've reviewed some products made with prickly pears, and I'll include links to those at the end of this video. Prickly pears are not something that you normally find at a produce department, and they're something that not everybody has tried. The closest thing I can compare it to is a watermelon, both in taste and texture and even color, but even that isn't an accurate comparison. Prickly pears are a little bit difficult to harvest, and you don't get a lot of fruit pulp off of each pear. However, I like them, and I like the things that are made with them, and I thought I would like this tea. Now, not being a tea drinker, I've already got a bias against it to begin with. And I really wasn't too sure what I was doing, as there are no instructions with the tea that comes with the tea, and there's no instructions on the Arbuckles website. So what I used were instructions from a previous tea review that I did. Now, in that review, it called for me to heat up the water to 180 degrees. That was just way too hot. So I settled on 160 degrees for this. And I steeped it in one of these tea eggs for about 3.5 minutes the first time around and 3 minutes on the second time around. On the first try, I tried it with 1 teaspoon of tea leaves. And I didn't get really a prickly pear taste off of the tea. What I got was just a black tea taste, kind of. It wasn't bad or anything, but I just wasn't getting any of the sweetness or anything else from the prickly pear. So what I decided to do on the second take was increase it to 2 teaspoons of the tea leaves and see if that made a difference. It didn't make any change at all. Now, about the tea leaves, here in this 1 pound bag, this bag is just like the coffee bag, except that it's white. It's got the Arbuckles tape on it, and once you break the seal, it's got the flaps here on the side to unfold. You can look inside and see here, the tea is kind of a medium brown color. Now, to me, this tea smells kind of like a feed store. It really does. I'm not getting any sweet or fruity kind of smell off of it. It's not bad, but it's just without any directions or whatnot, I'm not sure if I'm even brewing this correctly. So at the end of the second take, I decided that since I wasn't getting the prickly pear taste from this tea, whether I use 1 teaspoon or 2 teaspoons, I would try to add it myself. And what I decided to use was Cheri's Prickly Pear Cactus Honey. This is honey that has prickly pear juice in it. If I open this up here, you can see it's more of an amber color like honey, but it is a little bit reddish. Now, I tried one regular spoon and stirred it around, and it kind of added some sweetness to it, but I was getting more honey than prickly pear. So I added a second spoon that was really generous. So you're talking about 2.5 spoons, and at that point I could start to taste some of the prickly pear in there. So I would say go with maybe 1.5 spoons of honey, maybe to try to get the balance there. It did sweeten it up, and it did make it taste a little bit better. But overall, the Arbuckles tea is not bad. It just, to me, doesn't taste like prickly pear at all. Pairing it with this honey was, in my opinion, a good idea. So I don't really have a lot of information on the Arbuckles Prickly Pear Tea. I can tell you that by looking on their website, it shows that it is a China black tea, and its grade is FOP. Now, I didn't even know there were grades of tea, so I Googled it and found out that FOP stands for Flowery Orange Pekoe. Try saying that 3 times fast. I don't know exactly what that means, but if some of you do, could you please leave a comment and explain it to me, as I'm really not much of a tea person. You can get this in regular or decaf if you'd like, and if you're interested in other teas from Arbuckles, when you go onto their website, just go to the header at the top and it'll say teas, and there'll be a drop down and you can see what they've got available. I'll go ahead and include a link to the Arbuckles website, as well as include some links to places where you can find Cheri's prickly pear cactus honey. I mean, this is as simple as finding it on Amazon, but there are a few other places. And I would absolutely recommend the honey. As far as the tea goes, to me, it's just a decent tasting black tea. I'm not getting any prickly pear, but individual results may vary. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this tea, which is a rare thing for me. Thanks for watching.